Hello, good afternoon to you and welcome. It is Hard Factor 90.3 Nigeria Info and here in Port Harcourt. I'm Dayo. It's 11 minutes gone past 3 p.m. and it's the Friday edition, I think. Well, it's my favorite edition of the show anyways. And welcome. I hope you've had a fine week so far. It's been raining cats and dogs in Port Harcourt and, well, not a terrible city in itself, the rains, except that with it has come incredible floods. And I know we should be used to the rains in River State and maybe even some attendant floods as well. But it does seem to be kind of worse this time around. It does feel that way somewhat. And I can't help but think that it's somewhat connected to the construction going on. You know, the project, the flyovers and all of that, you know, and I'm not the only one who feels that way. Because this was on the news a while ago. River State Ethnic Youth Leaders Coalition has blamed the contractor handling the various flyovers in Port Harcourt for the massive flood experienced in the city. President of the group, Legbosi Yemabana, said the company failed to carry out feasibility study before embarking on construction of roads and flyovers in the state as practiced globally. Let's take a listen to what he said about the situation. Just a moment while I whip that up. Here we are.
You will recall that the Eastern River State Commissioner for Environment was fired for daring to question reckless construction without conducting an environmental impact assessment. Also, the River State Ethnic Youth Leaders Coalition was persecuted and called all manners of names by the government for making similar demand from the company. The flood that is now devastating the state is just a tip of an iceberg. It will persist as long as the government continue to protect and pay lip service to the unprofessional conduct of the company.
Also, some residents and traders at the Boucher Road axis in Port Harcourt City local government area of River State said the newly constructed road is responsible for the continuous flooding in the area whenever it rains. Some of them spoke while counting their losses following the heavy downpour of yesterday and today. And they spoke with our correspondent and called on the River State government to urgently address the flooding in the area. Here's what they said.
See them do something about this Abacha Road about 2 years or 3 years ago. We are having this kind of thing very seriously. So it wasn't like this before. But people are saying that because of the rain was so much. No, other days it's like this.
The interwaba, the creek, has to be done by professionals. Most times they come and do construction. They just elevate the level of the road above the natural flow of water.
So formerly it was not been flooding so much like this, but since they constructed this Abacha Road, the thing becomes so terrible. When we start to experience this kind of situation, we called the engineers when the project was going on. The engineer said it's the design they gave to him. Only problem we have is that nobody supervised the project. Assuming somebody, I believe the governor of the state, I saw the convoy when he was coming from to wherever he's going in this Abacha Road. At the end of the day, he wanted to follow this place. The place was flooded. This Abacha Road, Link Road, Abacha Link Road, by Czech Republic. The governor wanted to pass through this way. Due to the flood is so much, he cannot pass. He follow the other way.
Okay. Well, I mean, I wasn't there. But, and when you think about it, it does make some sense. Now, I'm not an engineer. I don't think the young man whose voice you heard a while ago is an engineer as well. But it does make some sense. And it takes me back to the incident of some years ago when the Obi-Wale road was constructed by this administration, I do believe, by the governor, Nyesom Wike. Prior to that, to the construction or reconstruction of the Obi-Wale road, the flood situation there wasn't so bad. And then it was constructed, and I remember it was terrible afterwards. And I strongly believe that the construction of the Obi-Wale road at that time contributed immensely to the situation with the Mpolu junction or the Mpolu axis of the east-west road. It contributed to destroying that segment of the road, of the east-west road. I mean, so construction of roads are good. Maybe flyovers are even good as well. But do we consider the impact beyond because it seems all we care about is the beauty. It's fine. The road is fine. And the flyover will beautify, will beautify the place. And when people come, they are seeing flyover everywhere. It's just wonderful, seeing flyover all over the place. You can even take selfies with flyover these days, apparently. But beyond it is fine. Does anyone stop to think how this will impact people's lives? I mean, beyond getting them from GRA Junction to water lines maybe 2 minutes faster, does anyone consider the environmental impact? Does anyone even think about that? Is that in the consideration at all? Because fine flyovers or fine roads is one thing, but the people have to suffer because of fine flyover and fine roads. I mean, it's something really, and I believe in towing the line of one of the speakers you heard a while ago as well from Off Our News. I don't think anyone does any inspection or assessment of the jobs that's been done, which is the job of the government, I believe, especially the relevant Ministry of possibly Works or Ministry of Projects or something like that, I suppose. Should check on these things, really. Should check on these things, It's terrible. It's terrible. Anyways, let's see. So on the show today, a few matters are up for discussion. I do have side comments. I think I did delve into one of such just a while ago. After that, we've got a round coming up. I'll be expressing some thought on some issue. I'd like to get your take at mine till 4 p.m. Now, 4, we've got the business news coming up. And after that, we move on to some other matters. Gas price is soaring. It's incredible, really. Gas prices are soaring. And it's all some, especially married folks, and understandably, I suppose, can talk about on social media, especially Facebook. And as a friend, Tunde Bello, you might know him. He's a man about town. I mean that in a very good way. Put up some post on Facebook recently regarding his experiences with the whole gas situation. I hope Tunde Bello will not mind me reading off his Facebook wall. And again, I think this was yesterday that he posted this. He has a video. The angle looks like from the balcony of maybe his where he lives, I think. And then there's a picture beside it with a gas cylinder, and then the text: "If this rain like, fall from now to next month, it concern you. I'm not touching that gas to boil any hot water. Make all of us catch the cold." Nonsense. Rain that is insensitive is that one. I think Rain. You have the emoji of an umbrella, and then the chew, and some other emoji. It's a terrible situation, really. And then another post from Tunde Bello's Facebook wall as well goes: "Happy New Month. Please, again, I beg you all, this time in the name of our Lord, please, that sticker they put on gas cylinders that makes the gas not to finish. Yes, that very anointed stickers. Please, can I have it now? Wherever you people are going to get it, please, Biko Ejo, Nitori Olorun, show me the way. This 12.5 kg lasts us 22 days and 25 max in my house. I bought this thing last 2 months, 4,800, last month 5,000, and we use hot water well this few 8 weeks due to rains and cold. Now this is sold at 7k. Jesus, 7k. I don't disconnect the water heater in my house since 2019 because of electricity tariffs. I plead with you all again. I need those stickers now. I am begging. By the way, why is this thing costly? Are we importing gas? Who has a reason for this? Hey, Jesus. It's a terrible situation, really, and we're talking about that on the show in the 4 o'clock hour. Absolutely. FG implements cooking gas imports tax. Price jumps by 100%. You can find details in the Punch newspaper. My guest for the conversation, Dr. Peter Medee, Rivers State Commissioner for Energy and Natural Resources. He'll join me for that discussion. He was also on the news, interestingly. He was also on our news quite recently. I think that was yesterday or so, talking about this development as well. Rivers State Commissioner for Energy and Natural Resources, Peter Medee, says the sudden increase in the price of liquefied petroleum gas is due to the federal government's implementation of the 7.5% VAT on imported liquefied petroleum gas. He told our correspondent the reduced price of cooking gas in Rivers State is because there is a trunk gas plant import haircut. And he said the price is higher in other states. Is it really? Well, we'll get to that in the 4 o'clock hour. I'd like to get your take on this. Are you comfortable with it? You know, how can we reverse this trend? What do we need to do? Why is the price going up? I'm sure many persons are wondering. We'll look at that in the 4 o'clock hour. Take it on to 5. We've got the news update then, after which we will proceed to some other matter. Said matter, by the way. Court of Appeal sitting stays execution of ex-parte order against APC holding LGA congresses. Yeah, that was on the news as well, I believe. The Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja has granted a stay of execution on the ex-parte order of a Rivers State High Court that stopped the APC local government congresses in the state. Now, the three-man panel led by Justice Dati Yahya and the appeal filed by the APC against the matter instituted by one Stephen Warner and 6 others frowned at the order of the Rivers State High Court against the process of a political party which they said have the backing of the Constitution. One of the lawyers of the APC in Rivers State, Jerome Chimede, confirmed the development with our correspondent and said the appeal court stay of execution order means the party can now go ahead to hold the local government area congress scheduled for Saturday, 4th of September 2021. I believe that's tomorrow. So, what does this mean exactly for the APC? Is the Rivers APC travails, is it all finally over? We'll look at that in the 5 o'clock hour after the news updates. My guest, Isaac Ogbebulat, he's APC Rivers State's chairman. Headlines 5:30, major news at 6 p.m. Open season comes up after that till about 7. We'll wrap up the show, then the sports gang will be in for extra time. So that's the show today. We proceed right now with today's side comments, random stories and random thoughts, which will not be discussed at this time. I did talk about the issue with the floods and the possible effect or impact of the various constructions, road constructions, flyover constructions, projects basically, later in the state at this time. Let's see, was there any other thing that caught my attention on the news today? I'm not sure there's much actually, really. Anyways, I think that might be for today's side comment. I'll go on a break right now. It's been a very wet, cold, and blue day, I suppose. So everything's pretty much on the down low and pretty much easy as well today. Anyways, let's take it easy, and you take it easy as well. And do take some extra precaution if you're on the roads. I imagine it's crazy, terrible situation to be on the roads right now. As much as possible, do obey traffic rules and regulations. It's the best way to ensure that at least everyone can stay safe and get to their destinations in reasonably good time. Right, to stay tuned, quick break. I'll be back in a moment for today's rant. Please stay with us.
We give the facts.
News entirely.
We give the evidence. Just to keep you informed.
News, weather.
I get my information top of the hour every hour.
92.3 Nigeria Info.
Are you running late and can't make it down to our Rumosi office to book your commercials? Don't worry, because you can take advantage of our marketing office inside Port Harcourt to book your commercials. It is located at Shop 9 Mediatrix of All Graces Plaza, opposite FIRS Stadium Road, Port Harcourt. You can also call our sales rep on 0817-001-8162. That's 0817-001-8162.
Keeping up with political issues and developments around you, only on Nigeria Info.
And now, Hard Facts. Hard Facts with Dio.
Welcome back to Hot Factor 90.3 Nigeria Info here in Port Harcourt. I'm Dio. 26 minutes gone past 3 p.m. I'd like to rant for just a bit. I've got something in my mind. I'd like to express a few thoughts on it, and you're very much welcome to express your thoughts and mine till about 4 p.m. Remember that ugly, tragic, hilariously tragic incident not too long ago with the off-your mic incident. Remember that off-your mic is okay. Apparently there might be a part 2 of that situation. I'm wondering what's going to happen this time. And I remember also during that incident there was a fainting development, because I suspect strongly that what's to come next, fainting might not be enough. So I'm wondering what's going to happen this time around, because you might remember also some days ago I said maybe the newest thing we're going to see right now, because everything has happened already. You know, we've had neck brace, pains. We've had stretcher, a hospital gurney. We've had wheelchairs. We've had that used as well. We've had people faint. I don't know if we've had convulsion yet. Have we had convulsion? Can someone help me out via WhatsApp? 0809-030-6416. That's our WhatsApp number. Have we had a convulsion yet? Has anybody convulsed yet? Because my memory bank may not serve me right with this one. So I don't know if we've had a convulsion yet. I know we've had neck brace. We've had wheelchairs. We've had stretchers. You know, we've had an ambulance as well. Yep, we've had an ambulance. We've had an ambulance. I'm sure we've had that one, but I don't know if we've had convulsion. But I'm thinking that somebody just might use a helicopter very soon, like an air ambulance. Helicopters will work because a plane would need a runway. A helicopter would not need a runway. It could just land and pick up the person, you know. So I'm thinking that we're going to have a helicopter sometime soon. And this latest development just might lead to that. So no one's responding to the convulsion thing. That means we possibly have not had a convulsion incident. But here's the story that inspired today's rant. Cut to the Vanguard. NGDC, Buhari receives forensic audit report, says 6 trillion naira approved in 18 years. Yep, forensic audit report is finally out. Yep, it's finally out. It is finally out. All the problems of the Niger Delta are finally over. Guess because forensic report is in the building. Your forensic report is in the building. Okay, someone's responded via WhatsApp saying, no, diet, we've not had that yet. Victoria from Rumulumeni said that. Okay, someone says no convulsion yet. Someone has said epilepsy this time around. Okay, well, alright. Oh, someone said no constipation either. Alright. No convulsion, we've not had that, but it will soon happen. Another one says, I think we may have had epilepsy. I don't know, I don't remember really, but I'm not sure about that. Okay, so back to the story. Forensic audit is finally out. Here's the story. Here it is. President Muhammadu Buhari on Thursday received the final report of the forensic audit of the Niger Delta Development Commission. Buhari, who was represented by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Mr. Abubakar Malami, received the documents which were conveyed in sacks. In sacks, and presented by the, why am I laughing? By the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio. In his remarks shortly before he handed over the report, Akpabio disclosed that the forensic audit covered a total of 13,777 contracts that were awarded from 2001 to 2019 at a final contract value of over 3 trillion naira. 3 trillion naira. Now, responding after he received the report, the AGF noted that the federal government approved about 6 trillion naira for the NGDC in 18 years. 6 trillion naira. The NGDC alone for the Niger Delta, 6 trillion. He, however, decried that bulk of the funds the Commission received for the development of the Niger Delta region was diverted into private pockets, noting that execution of 13,777 projects were substantially compromised. Yes, what a hyacinth. Now, Malami said the essence of the forensic audit was to ensure probity and accountability in the use of public funds. He said FG was concerned that the NGDC operated a total of 362 bank accounts. Wow. 362 bank accounts. Now, the AGF maintained that the Buhari-led government would, in consequence, apply the law to remedy the deficiencies outlined in the audit report, as well as to recover funds that were not properly utilized for the public purposes they were meant for. Yes. What's that song again? I think it's something about 2 seconds, everywhere has burst. It's going to happen very soon. Just watch out for it. Watch out for it. What I'm asking right now is, what do you make of this? I'm not going to do a lot of ranting today. I'd like you to do it. I'm taking it easy today. But once again, we've had fainting, we've had neck brace. Pains. We've had ambulance, we've had stretcher, we've had wheelchair. What's going to happen? And also, yes, it's very important that we're concerned as to what's happening in other parts of the country: banditry, kidnappings, terrorism, Boko Haram, ISWAP, and the rest of that. But how about the banditry here in the Niger Delta region? How about the banditry, the NGDC banditry? How about that one? Are we concerned about that here? Are we holding people responsible for the banditry here in the Niger Delta region with the NGDC? 6 trillion naira in 18 years. What a hyacinth. I don't know why I keep saying that, but what a hyacinth. Contract. 6 trillion naira. I don't think there's anything to show for it, for the NGDC expending 6 trillion naira in the Niger. Well, maybe some other state of the Niger Delta region, but as far as River State is concerned, I'm not sure the NGDC has anything to show for it, having expended about 6 trillion naira in 18 years. By the way, are we going to ask that they should leave them alone? They are, after all, they are our brothers. Are they the first person that was steal 6 trillion naira? Is it? Are they the ones that will be the first to steal 6 trillion naira? I'm just giving what's playing out in my mind right now, the very likely scenarios by the time the fainting and the epilepsy and the convulsion commences. Is it the first person to steal 6 trillion naira? Are they the first person? To leave them alone, they are our brothers. Who knows? Maybe excellencies will be storming residences to protect people from arrest. I'm telling you, commando style, John Wick style, just storm residences to protect Niger Delta sons and daughters. I'm dying to see how this one's going to play out. Someone here via WhatsApp says that this is more than money heist. It's remarkable indeed. It's remarkable. It's remarkable. Well, I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to hear from you. The lines are open. Well, by the way, that's it for today's rant. I know, disappointing, right? Not an exciting. I know. I'd like to hear from you. I hope you were not bored, by the way. The lines are open. Call 0817-923-0002 or 0003, 0817-923-0007 as well. We are live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. WhatsApp, of course, on 0809-030-6416. We're also live on YouTube. Just search for Nigeria Info PH. Via WhatsApp, we forgot to mention we've had climbing tree and staying up there for 2 days. That was something. We are yet to have purging. There are no convulsions yet, but hanging on the tree. Let's see. I've got David from D-Line. Hello, David. You're welcome. Go ahead. Hello.
It's unfortunate, first of all, that report has to be submitted to Second Abakari, who has positioned himself as the de facto president of Nigeria in the person of Malami. And these are the persons who want to tell the people on the ground, and that is where we are with this government today in Nigeria. Now, coming to the report, I don't understand. You're making a report, and at the same time, you're making a resolution on that report. That resolution NDDC made, which was echoed by Akpabio. One of it was that members who are staffs of the NDDC, whether serving or retired, who is found to have collaborated with any embezzlement or defrauded the commission, will be asked to return the money. The question is, what does our Administration of Criminal Justice Act say in this matter? They are thieves. And what does Section 390 of the Criminal Code call them? It says they should be charged to court and given a maximum of 14 years imprisonment. Why are we as a nation not invoking the instrumentality of the law against those who will be found to have defrauded NDDC over 6 trillion naira?
Strange illnesses. Maybe that's the reason. Strange illness.
Are they not sacred cows? Oh, no, I forgot. They are members of the Niger Delta, and it's just their money that they took. So we are asking them to bring back the money they took. That's all. And they will not be taken off from the office. They will not be relieved of their job.
Strange illness, David. Strange illness, strange disease. Because they will need to go overseas for medical checkup. Strange disease.
And some of them they even form from the EFCC van whenever they are arrested.
David,
they will have a neck band.
David, great to hear from you. I must move on right now. Stephen from Malacca, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hello, Stephen.
Fine. Good evening.
Hello, go ahead.
It's a very funny one today.
Oh, well.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Stephen. Go on.
It's a very funny one today.
Is it funny, really? I think it's
There's no conversion yet.
We may have conversion soon. I strongly suspect we'll have conversion soon. Yeah. I mean, somebody has to convulse over this.
This one is going to be serious. But the issue is that, to be very serious, on a very serious note, when Omeya, the former governor Meya, built a bridge, the Eleme Junction Bridge, which is the oil area, we heard that it was said that they spent 4 billion naira to build that bridge. So imagine how many bridges would have been built by NDDC by now. If 4 billion can build a flyover in the East-West Road, imagine how many bridges is inside that 3 billion naira we are talking about.
Yeah.
You know, the issue is not political party. It's not about the country, who is the president, Buhari, Niger Delta, whatsoever. It's about we, ourselves. If 6 trillion naira has entered into Niger Delta, what are we saying?
Remarkable stuff.
Is it Buhari that ate the money? Is it minister that ate the money? Is it PDP? Is it APC? Nobody. It's our own brothers from the Jaw tribe. Our own people that ate the money. And it's so funny that there's a road in Bayelsa State, in Yenegua, so that the person that has the contract to do the road in NDC stays in that same street. He drives his SUV through that same water log to the road and drive out. And he owns the contract to build that road. Hello there.
Stephen, great to hear from you, sir. Via Facebook, Engineer Cosmos, I consider the reason some persons went against the audit very shameful. Are the contractors from the north? Are we not the cause of our problem? Echo Lake goes, after all, the money came from Niger Delta. They should leave them alone. Good news, Alex one goes, Dio, good afternoon. You see, we are our own problem. I wish all that causes this, made us poor, will be jailed for life. A mail car goes, the report of the forensic audit should be taken seriously by the president because all the blames, negligence and underdevelopment of the Niger Delta are on the head of the FG, not knowing that our own people are the cause of the underdevelopment we witnessed. I advise the youth of the Niger Delta not to listen to anyone who mentions witch hunting. Oh, witch hunting, very important. They should go and complete all the projects they've abandoned. Witch hunting, yes, it's going to come up as well. Witch hunting. Thank God Antuegbo goes, NGDC is a scam. Federal government should scrap NGDC because nothing tangible is coming out from the commission. Nothing will come out from the forensic audit report submitted to Mr. President. We have seen reports upon reports. This one won't be different. Okay, all right. To the phone lines now. David from Umigo, thanks for waiting. You're welcome. Go on.
Thank you, Dayo.
Yes.
It's so pathetic that all this money were stolen by the same Niger Delta people. And they are so comfortable that if you go after them, you see some cancer protests. I think I heard, yes. Someone was shouting the other time that my governor is a man. After being rescued, she was shouting, he is a man. So if you go after any of these people, you see a rescue team. It depends on the divide you belong to. If you belong to the other divide, a rescue team will come after you and rescue you. And at the end of the day, nothing will come out. I want to assure you that this forensic audit, nothing will come out.
Like a friend of mine, Israel, will say, nothing come out.
Yes. And the thing keeps going. This is not going to be the last time. More stealing will come. And the people will be rescued also. It's so painful.
David, great to hear from you. Victor from LMA, hi there, go on.
Good afternoon, Dayo.
Hello, Victor, go ahead.
He's not doubting that at the same scenario, just like as you have said, is something we are looking up to see. You know, we Nigerians are very fond of sentiments. And our son. Yeah. At the end of the day, you even somebody that will say, this is so Nigerian. NDDC director or whatever is very, very rich. The man is the most richest in our community. The man, they will make proud of it.
Yes, sir.
But this is somebody that has steal our money.
Yes.
If I thought they will not be seeking, some will seek, some will fall sick. Just like Ojus or Kalu. Immediately he was sick. Was taken to this thing. Immediately the case was
disease.
Vanished from the court. The sickness stopped. So, I don't know. It's very funny. It's so unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Quite a bit. Donna from Transamadi, welcome, go on.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Hello.
Like what you are saying about this
forensic audit report, forensic.
They are jumping up and down now, shouting on the radio, television. Once their name are mentioned, all these things we mentioned here, neck brace, everything will repeat itself again. That time you will see them tying bandage on the leg and the head and neck brace. But for now, since their name is not out, you see them jumping up and down, shouting up and down, making noise. But once their name is out now, just like when Olisa Metu, the former PDP publicity secretary, when his own matter came up,
yes.
It was
crutches.
The matter came to court. You see him, he was on wheelchair, from wheelchair to stretcher, just like that. So I think this forensic, let's see how it plays out. I know some people now will be carrying placards against people will be warming up for that one. For placards, it's our person, it's our tribe, it's our team.
Yeah.
And all those things will play out. Thank you.
Hashtag stop the witch hunt. Hashtag. John from Umukrishi, hi there, go on.
Yes, Dayo. You see, just as you rightly said, the real bandits are here. These are the real bandits that are sucking the Niger Delta people dry. And they're kidnapping us, kidnapping our money. In fact, these ones are worse than the bandits.
This ones don't need to ask for ransom. They collect the ransom from source.
I'm telling you, they
from
collect
source.
the ransom themselves. Enough money. In public. That's how horrible this place looks. I think when I was trained in Port Harcourt.
Yeah, I was out briefly.
No road anywhere. And yet we are constructing roads. What a shame. In fact, there is no road. You go here, you have to turn and start to another, go to another direction. It has been like that. And look at the amount of money.
Yep.
It's a pity, Daya.
Quite so indeed. What's your for me, John? Via WhatsApp. Hello, Di. I think an outright death on stage is next. That's on Godfrey Bell. No, Godfrey. No one's going to stage death except there's going to be a miracle. You see, you can never put it past these folks. So maybe he's going to die during the questioning or the investigation, and then the pastor would lay hands, and then he will come back to life. He's alive. He's alive. Now, you know how you say it will happen soon? Nothing will happen, bro. The moment one or two persons faint, all mics will be off, and that ends it. Recapitulation. Okay, this is an interesting word. Recapitulation. I need to Google this one. Will suffice. Go and ask Minister Akpabio. Niger Delta will hail with you. That's from John Peters. They should be granted amnesty. Yes. Amnesty. Oh my goodness. Very soon we will witness Jack Bauer scene. They returned it in sacks. We can't be serious in this country. That's John from Port Harcourt. A professor from Money High should come and learn how it's being done without guns from NGDC. People will somersault. That's a mayor. Why will they somersault? Is it due to convulsion or what? Bob from Rumigbo, you're welcome. Please go on.
Yeah, Dayo. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, there is a part of the whole of this episode that you seem to forget.
Oh, please remind me.
Yes. So, even though I agree that a lot of our persons in Niger Delta have been involved in all the contracts that have been awarded over time, whether the ones we can see, both the visible and the invisible. When they started, if you remember, in the National Assembly, that lady that challenged the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Akpabio. When Akpabio said, you are not aware that a lot of the principal officers of your assembly are beneficiaries of this contract. If you remember.
Yes.
Good. So
that was where the off the mic came about, no?
Exactly.
Yes.
So yeah, that was the beginning of it. So that statement is very weighty. So because I have seen the NDDC, I have been in this town for 26 years. I have seen the NDDC like a cash cow for political elites. And I don't think it's restricted to Niger Delta.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah,
so it will be very interesting to know which contracts were awarded to which companies. And for what purpose were these contracts awarded?
That's where forensic reports come.
We know them, and we now decide to call them repented politicians and give them amnesty and unite them with the Niger Delta. That would be
repentant. What are we going to call them? Is it repentant looters or what?
Sorry? Yes, exactly. That is the appropriate word.
Kano from Goba, you're welcome. Please go on.
There is something you have not said. There is something you have not told us.
What's that?
What happened in the NDDC? This is the handwork of Fulani Hillsmen. It's the handwork of Fulani. They came in there with their car and they found the whole place. What are we talking about?
In
any case, you have said it all. Somebody will soon tell you that this is Niger Delta money and we can use it anyhow we like. And that's all about it. God bless you.
It was well. Clement from Rumokoro. Hi there, go on.
Mr. Dayo, good afternoon.
Hello, sir.
We, the sons of Niger Delta, we will come out and refute this audit report. We disagree. This is interesting now. Mr. Dayo. Even though it is not a good wish, but expect obituary flyers and announcements flying soon. I remember when the previous governor of Bayelsa State was pardoned by an ex-president. By the time this administration dig into his case, the next thing we hear that he's not and died. Well, I just hope this will not start happening very soon, because we need our money back. We need this money.
All right, via Facebook, Uche Dara goes, good afternoon, that we will say is our oil, is our Niger Delta, is our money. All right, Simon Boashe goes, wow, 6 trillion naira in 18 years, NGDC. Now, if truly what has been released to the NGDC for the last good 18 years for the benefit of the region, but nothing has been done in the region to show that, and they've used the money to work. This needs to be investigated to know where the money is gone. That's the point. That's why we have forensic report. Do you know what forensic audit means? It's the panacea to everything. It's supposedly, allegedly, it's going to solve the problem of global warming as well. Forensic report. Indimele Uzo goes that nothing will come out of the audit. If the government makes an attempt on the big crooks, the small crooks will threaten to enter the creeks, and just like that, the matter will die an unnatural death. All right, and let's see. All right, via WhatsApp. I heard someone on the radio this morning saying that they're trying to castigate Niger Deltans against themselves. Yes. Apparently, when we are accused of stealing money in the Niger Delta, it's always witch hunting, and the North is trying to to use divide and rule. Yes, divide and rule is going to be used as well. Witch hunting, divide and rule, and similar expressions. Yeah. I think we'll be having dementia amongst the John Wicks because of the forensic audit. All right, yeah, dementia can follow as well. It's a shame to know that we are on problems. If there is no arrest made on this matter, then there is no need for this forensic exercise. Shimon Ostam Obi not justice. Dial Deaf and Dumb is the next drama. That's right from Port Harcourt. Why will the forensic audit be submitted in Ghana Must Go bags? I'm sure that after now they will set up another committee to study the audit, and by the time they're done, they may likely indict Senator Akpabio over misappropriation of funds while carrying out the forensic audit. At last, nothing will come out of this audit. In Governor Wike's voice, all fake. Stephen from Port Harcourt. It's remarkable indeed. It's the forensic audit will die forensically. That's from Divine. Very soon we'll begin to hear things like they should leave our son alone. We will not take this insult. This whole forensic thing is to drag the name and reputation of our honorable leader and son in the mud, and we will not take it. And they should know the man is sick. If anything happens to our son, that's from Presh. Fresh has written the press statement already. If anything should happen to our son, we want to make it very. We want to. Okay, my voice is not very good today, so. Oh my goodness! All right, good evening. We will have another Manchester Ponday. Do you mean 6 trillion naira with uncompleted projects everywhere? These are sets of licensed bandits attacking the Niger Deltans. That's from Dom Wokike. All right. Honestly speaking, stakeholders must not visit a governor or a president before dividends of democracy can be drawn to that place. It's indeed disheartening that our government has become so less concerned. Good afternoon, the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Goto Lokpabio, submitted the forensic audit report to the President. I'm expecting the President to set up a 9-man committee from Niger Delta states to look into the forensic report, and another 5-man committee to look into the report of the previous 9-man committee, and other committee to oversee the report to oversee the 5-man committee looking into the report of the earlier 9 men committee. That's some relish. Oh, God have mercy. Yeah. Some of our big politicians in the Niger Delta are worse than bandits. They lack pity and siphon our commonwealth without conscience. God will definitely judge them all. Blessed Okon said that in such huge amount of money was received by NGDC, but there's nothing on ground to show for it. The money just ended in private pockets, and when they're to be probed, they will be fainting and offering the mic. Ejio for a mile 3 said that in. No, I don't like it when people say nothing was done. Water hyacinth contract. Water hyacinth. Do you know the water hyacinth that's been dealt with in the Niger Delta region? If all of those water hyacinth was not dealt with, who knows? Only God knows what could have happened to us in the Niger Delta by now. If all of those water hyacinth was not dealt with, only God knows what would have become of the Niger Delta region by now. So I mean, it's not fair to say that nothing has been done. It's not fair at all. The NGDC is a Yahoo hub with the real Yahoo boys. Yeah, those EFCC guys, they like harassing young men and women all over the place, and our gallant officers who cannot see a young person wearing nice clothes or driving a nice car. Why can't you be rushing to the NGDC right now to go harass honorables and excellences? Finally, even to you, 6 trillion naira, and the Niger Delta is still like this, worst off and most underdeveloped. Even the ones submitting the forensic report are they guiltless. Now we know the north is not the problem of the south. Shola from Igboeche said that in. You hear them say, leave them, they are brothers, and the money squandered is our commonwealth. After all, those from the other part of the country have been eating it since. That's George Tassier. Imagine the humongous, the magnitude, the enormous amount of money being spent in this region in just 18 years. Shame on the leaders of the Niger Delta. Damite Ereko Sima Shatnaten. It's so heartbreaking that over 6 trillion naira entered the Niger Delta and absolutely nothing to show for it. That's from Kelvin Mbude. 6 trillion naira. But don't worry, have no fear. Forensic report is here. And every problem has been resolved. Forensic audit. But like I said, I expect convulsion. I expect, someone said epilepsy. I expect someone else said dementia. The man has lost his mind. He can't remember anything again. That's likely going to happen also. And I'm still waiting for air ambulance, helicopter. I am looking forward to that one. Yeah, and also rescue missions as well. Rescue missions loading, because people have to be rescued. By the time EFCC and Co go after them to make arrests. Interesting times ahead of us. But and we can laugh about this, and I'm glad we can laugh about this. Really, yeah, I mean, there's too much happening right now. We need something to lighten the mood. It's good that we can laugh about this, but let's remember also that it's a wake up call. It's a wake up call that we have to do something. We can't afford to continue this way. We can't afford to go on this way. We literally can't afford to. If 6 trillion has gone down the pipe, down the drain from the NGDC alone, I'm sure we can't afford this any longer. It's about 4 p.m. A break for the business news. When I return, discussions continue. Why is the price of gas soaring, for crying out loud? I'll be speaking with Dr. Peter Medee, Commissioner for Energy and Natural Resources here in Rivers State.